Hey, what's up, you guys? Avenger Vast here, bringing another figure review. The Spider-Man Classics Toxin figure. This figure is one of the more rare Spider-Man Classics figures, and he's a pretty cool figure. He's not perfect, I'm not going to say that, but he's a very cool figure. If you don't know who Toxin is, he's basically Carnage, his son, and Venom's grandchild. And of course, symbiotes are asexual, but yeah, that's how that is. That's why he has red and black. So yeah, let's get into the figure. First, we're gonna get into the accessories. First, he comes with this blaster thing that he puts around his arm. It's pretty pointless, but it looks cool. I'm not gonna lie about that. Symbiotes are my favorite Marvel entity and like alien race. You can see like there's some kind of symbiote goop in there, and this Venom thing that he shoots out. This came up with the Spider-Man Classics Venom, which is a very cool figure. And he comes with two, and he just puts them in his little blaster and he just shoots them out like so. It's not shooting out, but you get the idea. It shoots out pretty far. Pause. So yeah, here's the figure itself. A very cool figure. I love the head sculpt. Very menacing, even though this guy's a good guy. And you can see his tongue. See it's like flailing out. His teeth look very cool. It's kind of like a pinkish, pale color. So that's very cool. The symbiote is very cool. Even though, you know, it looks kind of weird when you touch it, but from far away distance, it looks like it's moving. But I feel like there could have been a better way they could have done that, but it's not that big of a deal. Same thing with here, except it's black. And there's no like real paint shading in the symbiote at all. There's no actual paint shading or paint detail except for, actually there isn't any. It's just basic colors. So yeah, this is just a darker red. And the black is very black. And there's no blue or anything. But the sculpting looks very cool. The symbiote looks like it's moving at the bottom. Very, very cool. And the hands, man, these are very cool. So you can see they're huge, man. Grabbing, he can grab someone very easily, even though he doesn't grab them perfectly because of his thumb. Still very cool. They're kind of pointy too, I'm not gonna lie about that. It's very cool. Yeah, man. He's a little short if you ask me. We're gonna get into that in a second, but let's get into articulation. Now, I have some problems with the articulation. Head looks up a decent amount. Moves down okay. He doesn't look down all the way because of his mouth, but it's understandable. Moves side to side. Arm moves back and forth, up and down. Swivel at the biceps, single jointed elbow, which isn't that bad, but it would have been nice if it was a double jointed. No wrist swivel, which is a very, very bad thing because his hand needs to have a wrist swivel, because if it doesn't, it just looks awkward. You know, that kind of looks awkward. He has a hand clamping action. But yeah, that would have been pretty cool. Or if they would have done like individual fingers, that would work too. Very nice ab crunch. Actually, it doesn't really move back that far. Moves forward a decent amount. Waist swivel. Leg moves forward and back and out. Swivel at the bicep. Swivel at the thigh. Double jointed knee. No calf swivel, which is a huge bummer. The foot moves back and forth. Ankle pivot and toe articulation, which is very good. Even though the toe articulation could have been a little bit better. Like, oh, it actually clamps. I didn't know that. Wow, it clamps at the bottom. Okay, that's pretty cool. So yeah, very cool. I just learned that today. I didn't know that the toe can clamp at the bottom like that. So yeah, like I said before, he's a little short. Comparing him to his dad, and get him standing up here. This Carnage is very loose. He's very, very short. He's not going to stand up by himself, but you can see that Carnage is a lot taller than him. And comparing him to Venom, you can see that he's much bigger than him. But yeah, this figure is pretty cool. I wouldn't recommend going out like $78 getting this. Originally when I got it, it's a Christmas present, and it's $45. And yeah, so I wouldn't recommend buying this for a high price, but if you see him for like under $40, maybe $50, get him, because he's not an easy figure to find, but he is not a terrible figure either. So yeah, pick it up, very cool, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace. And don't get the new Toxin that came out by Hasbro, by that crappy Eddie Brock version. Don't get that one. Get this one if you can. Alright guys, peace.